Today. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Mixon last week, 20 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. A number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play the best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And Burrow going to throw again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Flush to his right. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Burrow.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Dobbins on the slant route. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Jackson.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David.
And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Inside handoff to Mixon.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense. The way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8.
Mixing up the middle. Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson now.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Second down and 8.
Jackson.
Over the middle, connecting with Kohler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The Ravens at 8-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Kenny Young able to run it down for a loss of a yard. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away.
Oh, Boyd, what a catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On second down and 4, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. And Jackson throwing once more. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On third down, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the option right is Jackson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Now it's Jackson.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Here's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
From the 27, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On second down, Evans looking for space.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different. I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they've got to go thank the guys on D.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 26.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 44 yards out, left hash.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Burrow from his own end zone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And Burrow going to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First down now, but that clock rolling. Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He he's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Complete to Boyd.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Here's Burrow.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Burrow.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Throwing, Burrow.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
To throw, Burrow.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A final shot now for Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Baltimore, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 18 of
Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Jacksonville.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Watson.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. He's got room at the 30.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dwayne Smoot in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence will throw. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Robinson will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Watson on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. From the red zone now, Watson. Bryant has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Watson, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To the air yet again, Watson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
Buying time to his left. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
Open man here. Schwartz complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, now was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They go with Chubb on second down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw is Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. Now a first down throw. Watson steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Throwing on third down, Watson.
Got a man at Schwartz, complete. He's got the first down and more. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, 71 yards as they have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lawrence. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Lawrence to throw. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson on the slant. He's got Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Watson. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Watson on 1st down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now an option play on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The Jaguars on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Felton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. And not much running room. Down to the 32. On third down, Felton. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, it'll be a 13th win on the year. And now